guys, welcome back to the Mum's Eye View channel, and today I have a little helper for my video. Oh, there he is. He wants to be seen. It is Manny, my little dog. Can we show you? Is that okay? Here we go. This is Manny. He's about, I want to say 6 or 7 months old now. So he's kind of still a puppy, but he's grown absolutely massively in that space of time. Today I'm going to show you some bits and pieces that I've picked up from Asda with kind of health in mind and kind of keeping your dog in kind of good shape, and especially for Manny, who I'll show you a little bit more of in a second. It's really, really important. He's a very, very small dog, and it's very easy for him to get overweight if he doesn't get enough exercise. And because of the kind of breed that he is, he's a French Bulldog crossed with a pug, so he's a frog. Or a frog, as my children call him. Because of the kind of breed that he is, he keeps trying to peek over. He doesn't particularly love exercise. He doesn't need a lot of exercise, and he gets really, really tired really, really quickly. So I have to find other ways. So I do walk him every day, or my husband does, and then we kind of play with him in the house and stuff. But it's also really important to keep an eye on his diet. So I'm going to go through some bits and pieces that we've bought from Asda now, and I'll throw in some clips of those items in action as we go. So I don't know whether or not he's at the stage yet where he's going to recognise these things and freak out. I feel like he's not. But I got him a new harness in like 6 or 7 months. I think more like 6 months since we've had him. He has gone from an extra, or smaller than extra small, like extra small, to more like a medium, because he's very, very stocky around his chest and his neck area. And so we don't want it to be too tight for him, and a harness is definitely the way to go. I think the guidelines are going more that way with all dogs now, that they like all dogs to wear harnesses because they're just a little bit more comfortable for them. But especially if you've got dogs like Frenchies and pugs that can have a little bit of breathing problems, you don't want to restrain their neck or have like a neck constraint too much. So a harness is really good, and it's the most comfortable way for him to be walked. And this is really comfortable. This is kind of that mesh material that's going to be really nice for him, and it's camouflage. How cute is that? I think that's sweet. And then we also got this flexi lead, which is a small lead. I think it's just small because it's like the size of the cord. I don't know, but it's black because I thought it went with it. That's cute, right? Yeah. On to toys. We did get him a couple of toys from Asda, and the first one was this rainbow ball. Now, I think this is particularly good because a variety of dogs are going to be able to use this. It doesn't matter, you know, it's a heavy thing and it's a big ball, but if you've got a small dog, they're going to get their little teeth around that. A big dog's going to hold the whole thing. I think that's really good because it's not kind of a small or a big dog thing. And Buddy has, not Buddy, I've given the game away there. I want to say Manny has an uncle called Buddy. He's actually my brother. He's my mum's dog. He's a Lakeland Terrier, or a cross Lakeland Terrier, and he's considerably bigger than Manny, and they'll play together and they'll tug. But they don't have a lot of toys that they can tug with. They usually use like one end of a sock each. Whereas I feel like this, they could do that because there's the variable sizes. Also, you can get your fingers in there and really hold on to it whilst the dog's pulling at the same time. So this is a really useful toy, I think. Plus there is the added benefit that it's hollow on the inside, so you can put in a treat there, which in theory will keep them entertained for a lot longer because they're playing with it while they're trying to get the treat out. Manny's way too lazy for that. If I put a treat in here, he will sit there and bark until I get it out for him. The next thing is effectively a frisbee for dogs. It's called the Wetbox Throw and Fetch. This I'm completely obsessed with. I think this is such a good idea. Mainly because, I mean, if you've got a dog that likes to run long distances, which again, not necessarily Manny, we'll play with him in the house with this, and I feel like we'd probably get a tug going on with this as well. It's very, very strong. But if you've got a dog like Buddy, like my mum's dog, he loves to run, and there's no way that I can throw a ball as far as I could throw this frisbee. Also, if you've got kids, it's a really good way of encouraging them, and it's part exercise for them as well, to get involved in playing with the dog. They can throw it. It's a fun thing for everybody. It's not just fun for the dog. It's actually something that everyone's going to enjoy. So I think this is an excellent toy to get. And lastly, I got this ball, which I know that Manny's going to be all about because it's going to bounce. It's got that kind of rubber all around it, which is protecting the tennis ball. If you've got dogs that destroy things, then the tennis ball is going to be destroyed in about half an hour. Whereas this rubber casing is going to mean that the tennis ball can't be destroyed. It's really, really thick. But it also will still bounce because the rubber and the tennis ball combined make it a really, really bouncy ball. So any dog's going to enjoy this, but again, it has that same element that the rainbow ball had, in that if a dog is maybe too small to pick up a tennis ball, they can still pick this up because these little areas, these little chunks, are smaller for them to get the teeth around. Lastly, I have some foodie treats for them. I got the Asda Hero Small Dog Complete. They do different versions of this, but I got the small one mainly because we're kind of transitioning Manny now from his puppy food to the like regular food, but I'm still buying the small dog versions He's going crazy at me now because he knows this is food. He's just sitting. Shall I show you him? I'll show you him. Do you want this? I shouldn't have given him that treat now. He's going to go mad. But yeah, I'm still trying to kind of keep him on the smaller dog food because it's really important that I measure out his food and he doesn't have more than he's supposed to have, not too many treats and all that kind of thing, because it's very easy for him to put on too much weight with him being so small. But he loves this. I've bought this multiple times. He really likes, I particularly like dry food. We've tried him with loads of different stuff. We've tried him with wet food and canned food and, you know, special versions of stuff, kind of treat kind of food. And because he's such a fussy eater, I like to know that if he's eaten food and he seemed to be okay with it digestive wise and he seemed to enjoy it whilst he's eating it, I like to have dry food because I can leave it there all day, and if he's not eating it, I know he's not hungry. Whereas if it's wet food, you always think, well, what if it, you know, after a certain couple of hours, I feel like I should throw it away and give him more, and it's just wasteful. So that's how I feel about it. I definitely prefer dry food for that reason, because he's really fussy and sometimes he's really hungry, sometimes he's not hungry at all. He's not kind of a regular eater, so I prefer dry food, and the complete food like that kind of does it all. It's perfect for me. Lastly, I've got these dental chews, and again, these come in different sizes depending on what you're looking for. You can get mini ones, you can get giant ones. I got the ones that were for small dogs, and this is what I've just given him. They look like this. Because he is still teething, I'm giving him dental chews quite frequently actually, because he's still got those really, really sharp teeth, and we're waiting for them to fall out and he'll get his grown-up teeth. But at the moment, dental chews are a really big deal for us because he's teething, but obviously it's really important all throughout their lives for dental health. I didn't actually know until we got Manny that it was a thing that you brushed dogs' teeth, but you are supposed to brush their teeth. What? Now, I think in part this is probably because of, it's more because of what we're feeding them or what we shouldn't be feeding them, as opposed to we need to be brushing their teeth, if you get what I'm talking about. I think, you know, in the wild, obviously dogs don't necessarily suffer cavities and decay. However, because we're giving them stuff on the regular that they shouldn't be having. But it can't hurt to brush their teeth, can it? And dental chews are obviously a good thing to do in between brushing. So that's it. That's everything that I want to show you today. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. I hope that you've enjoyed seeing a little bit of Manny. Puppy phase is still new to me. Any puppies we've had in the past when I was a kid and I didn't really have to get that much involved. So although he's a little bit older now, he's still kind of going through that tearaway phase. So any advice is welcome. If you're kind of a puppy veteran, I'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel while you're here. Check out all the links below to any products that I've mentioned. They will be there. And of course, we will be back next Friday with another video. Bye!